All right, so welcome to another episode. My name is Letty. I am at LettyRuns, and here we have Rizzo.
Yes, at Rizzo.runs, and I also have a podcast, Rizzo Run Club podcast, but yeah.
And so here we are. It's day 2 of the expo. This expo is hopping today because it's sunny, it's beautiful. The 5K happened this morning, and you ran it, Rizzo, so talk to us about that.
Yeah, so I did the 5K this morning, and weather was great. There were so many people out here. I would say it seemed like 10,000 runners of all ages. A lot of people just looking for, tips on last-minute tips, right?
And they're very lucky to have all that on your Rizzo Run Club Instagram page. I know that you kind of did a countdown, but you also did a mile by mile. So maybe some last-minute tips. If we're not airing this today, it'll be for the future.
Yes.
What are the great takeaways from this marathon course?
I think, you have to take it easy in the first part of the course, which is the first 6 miles, because there are some hills, steep hills, and too many people, they shoot out of the gun like any marathon, right? But this one specifically, if you could just hold back once you pass the 6 mile mark, then you could kind of let it out, because not only could you let it out because it's downhill, but because your body is naturally warmed up. As we know we've run many marathons, and then you're able to get in a groove at that point. But if you push the first 6 miles of this race, you will pay dearly for it at mile 18, 19, when your body just shuts down. That's any race, right?
It really is, but you make such a good point, because I know that Boston, for example, has a little bit of a downhill. This downhill at Dodger Stadium, you're kind of almost flying down that hill.
It's very steep, right? It's a great hill. Yeah.
So depending on what your gait is when you run down, don't put the brakes on, but just enough to where you don't feel like you're exerting extra energy.
Yes, exactly. Because this is a thing too. I've made this mistake over the past. Is you let it go on the downhill, but when it flattens out, you just unconsciously still hold that pace, and it tends to be way faster than you should be running, right? And then next thing you know, you're huffing and puffing.
And that's such a good point, because I don't even think about that. But so once you feel like that downhill is gone, gradually go through, soak in the neighborhoods and the vibe of them.
Yes.
And then there's a big uphill, right? It's right by the courthouse.
Yes, mile 4, and it's the Walt Disney Concert Hall hill. Courthouse is there. It's very steep. It's almost a half mile. But then, you flans out a little bit. And then mile 5 is the hill that begins 1.25 miles. So, that one is a little, it's a journey. So you got to really pull back.
Is that one right by Hollywood?
Yes, it's right. It's going into Echo Park, and then it ends at mile 6 at Echo Park. So then you make your way into Silver Lake on Sunset, and then from Silver Lake you'll get into Echo Park, and then Hollywood. Yeah.
Hollywood, and then after Hollywood we have a little bit of an incline towards was it Sunset? I'm blanking out. You know the street names better.
It's pretty downhill, but then it eventually as we get into like West Hollywood, it kind of does a little bit of this, rolling hills, and then Beverly Hills, of course, right?
Yes.
But the tricky part about LA Marathon is you get to mile 18, and that's when you see on your left-hand side, runner's left, the finish line. People are finishing. So as you're running from, this mile marker all the way to the turnaround, all you see is people on your left still running the other way, and you start to mentally play a game with you that, oh my God, I still need to keep going, and I still need to turn around. It'll play a game with you, so you really have to not look to your left and pay attention to what's in front of you, right?
And what are your mental tricks for that?
Don't look to the left.
So that's the trick. Just don't see it. See no evil, can't see it. It won't touch you. Yeah, and then the finish line experience. Tell me about it, because I only ran it when it ended up at the sea, at the ocean.
Yeah, staying at sea was amazing, right? It was at the beach. But so it's got this turnaround at mile 22, and which is like, you make the turnaround, you're like, okay, finally I'm here. You make the turnaround, and it seems like it's a straight shot kind of down. It's definitely not an incline. It's definitely not flat. It's got a really gradual decline. So it feels better on the body. It feels better on the legs. But there's no shade out there. So if the sun is out there, you're getting drilled. And of course, it's after mile 22. We know what that's like. Everything hurts.
You're kind of done in those turnarounds. It's like you said, they are tough.
Yeah.
But you guys know you are tougher than that. Your training is in there. And I guess that little piece of advice to just not look at the finish line and ignoring it is probably the best one, right?
Yes, absolutely. Because it's all mental. And, you don't want to, just want to focus what's on front of you. And once you can make that turnaround, then you can look at the opposite side because it doesn't hurt as much.
And then cheer on other runners, because I found myself that if you cheer on other people, it takes that feeling bad for yourself away as you try to uplift other people.
Absolutely, you'll be golden, and it's just straight shot. The crowds are going to be tremendous tomorrow, so that's just going to uplift runners on their last 4 miles to the finish. And it should be a wonderful day. Yeah.
Let's talk about finish line celebrations. What's it like to cross that finish line in that specific area?
Yeah, it's really bonkers because, there's a center island in the middle on both sides of the course, and everyone hangs on this center island. So they cheer on the runners on the left, and then they cheer on the runners on the right. So it's just complete bonkers, and you will definitely be entertained up to your last, push to the finish. So it's going to be exciting, and especially tomorrow because of the 40th. It's going to be even more crazier. I can't wait for us to run in, come back, and talk about it.
Talk about it, and then also talk about all the legacy runners that are going to be there.
Yeah.
There's 93 of them left.
Yeah, 93.
And so they're going to keep the course open until what time did they say?
Yeah, so the course shuts down 7 hours, 6.5, and then they move the finish line to the sidewalk like every major marathon. They eventually need to open the race up to traffic. But the legacy runners are the ones who have run every race, like Letty said, and they're going to stay there till the last person comes in. A couple of years ago, the last person came in at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. So we'll see what happens. I mean, they set up camp, and they got a box of medals, and they make sure everyone that crosses the line goes home with the medal, which is special.
Exactly, and unlike a lot of other majors and marathons, this race actually has a party pacing pace. So there's a group of people running and a car that's celebrating everybody that runs. So everyone that runs this race feels super included in it as well.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing for those walkers. I know that they're concerned. They've always asked me, I'm concerned, should I do it? I'm going to walk. It's like, oh, it's going to be a party.
It is going to be a party, exactly. We're celebrating movement, and everything else that has gone wrong in LA is going to be uplifted by this marathon. So super excited for it.
Yeah, and I really love that they're going to do that, because we celebrate the leaders, right, the front runners, and this race they're celebrating the back too, and that's the most important part. We don't want anyone to be forgotten.
Exactly. Everyone that's running this race tomorrow is going to be a hero in our books, and we're super excited for that.
Yeah. Wait, can we talk about the medal? How amazing it looks?
Oh my gosh, that medal!
Yeah, it's so cool.
I wish we had one right here to show you guys. But I guess you're just going to have to run and finish it.
Yeah, that's right. Or find it on eBay next week for $200.
It'll be a bidding war. But it's probably better to just run this race. So if you have not run this race, and if you're thinking about signing up for 2026, then be inspired by this. Follow our YouTube videos, because we're definitely going to have some amazing content on all of this, what's happening tomorrow.
And our plan is to continue to talk about LA Marathon throughout the year, even after Monday, and just try and get the nation and the whole globe educated on the LA Marathon and why they should come out to Los Angeles to run this race. So. And
bring even more of you guys to the Expo and the marathon next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So we're gonna show you all the action. So stay tuned for sure.
Exactly. So all of you that are running tomorrow, good luck. Get off your feet and be there on time, and have a blast.
Yeah, be amazing out there. So if you watched up to this point, thank you for watching, and we truly appreciate it. Again, we'll put all our information where you can find us, but follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube. But thank you for watching. We will see you soon. We'll see you on the next one.